Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another horrible day in the UK, but welcome to quite an exciting one, quite an important one. This is the BMW 120 and today we're driving this to see how this new entry level into the range really fares out on the road. Before we do so, let's just remind ourselves of some of the design cues. We've got a much softer front end with a different grille down here. The kidney grills are now very different. You've got this different effects on here than you do on the M135. We've then got these different LED front lights with a completely different signature in them. Front bumper is entirely different. We've got new wheel designs. This one is sitting on the 18-inch alloy wheels with the red calipers behind, looks fantastic. This is a frozen grey paintwork as well, looks incredible. Around the rear, we've again got quite a different design. We've got different LED rear lights, a different diffuser down the back as well, and hidden exhaust pipes. Inside the car, things are very different. We've got a new design steering wheel directly in front of me, the new infotainment system which uses the brand new operating system from BMW. Of course, you've still got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on here too. We've got a new design down in the centre. All the air conditioning controls are gone from the dashboard here. They're now all controlled on the screen. We've got this new design to the dash, new displays everywhere. This video isn't about that. If you want to see all of the in-depth look around this car, please use the link in the description of this video and in the top of the screen to check out our full in-depth walk around of this car. Today is all about how this thing drives. So let's go and take it out onto some really wet roads and really discover how the 120 handles. So this one is actually quite important. Welcome to the driver's seat of the new BMW 120. The base entry level, I would say, not just to the 1 Series, but into the brand. This is the car that is the most obtainable across the entire range for BMW. So does that mean that it's less of a BMW than anything else? Well, no. Quite simply, no. It still has, and I still can't put my finger on this, but every single BMW I've ever driven has a feeling. Just there's something about the way a BMW drives, and this has that. Even though this is the base entry level, it's front wheel drive, it's got a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine, it still feels like a BMW, and that for me is the most important thing that they can do. So in that sense, big tick, big success. But let's now go into some of the intricate details. So as I've mentioned, a 3-cylinder 1.5 litre engine up front. Now it's the same unit that was in the base 118i before. However, now we've got quite a bit more power. Power is now up to 170 horsepower. We've also got a 48 volt mild hybrid system on this car, which offers 20 horsepower, which is significantly more than the last one. And when you put your foot down, you can definitely feel that extra power over the 118i. It's definitely quite a bit quicker than previously, and it definitely feels it. But on the road, it's just lovely. It's a really cracking place to sit. The steering is nice and responsive. It's very, very light at low speeds. BMW have done this to make sure that it's very easy to maneuver around towns, around cities, but then once you get moving, once you pick up a bit of speed, it weights up really, really nicely. And it's super easy to place on the road. Obviously helps with the size. It's still quite a small car by today's standards. I mean, cars have got absolutely enormous, but this is still a very, very good size. There's loads of space inside, plenty of space in here for, well, 3, 4, 5 adults if you need to. But yeah, the ride is superb. This car's sat on the 18-inch alloy wheels and it's just soaking up horrendous bumps and potholes that we have in this country with ease. It's super, super easy. Today, again, I don't know whether you can see, is a horrific day. It feels like it's just not stopped raining for about a month now in the UK, but on these roads in these horrible conditions, this car is so sure-footed, so easy, and it just doesn't feel like it's ever going to let go. There is mountains of grip from the front. The turning is nice and crisp and precise. you just know exactly where all of your wheels are all of the time. The visibility out is fantastic as well. You just know exactly where that front end is. You know where your hips are. They're not obviously big wide hips in this like an M car, but you know exactly where they are, so you can just thread this car really nicely and fluidly through any road, any conditions that you find yourself in. The ride is actually superb. There's not really any vertical movement. It's just really nice, soft and supple. And I will say that these seats are the first thing you notice when you jump in here. These are very different to the ones that came in the 118i. These are amazing to sit in. They hug you. You can feel it up on your shoulders as well. It's a great place to sit. As I've mentioned, we've got this brand new interior in here, which is just brilliant. It's a lovely, lovely thing to use. It takes a bit of time to get used to the touchscreen, I'll give you that, but once you are used to it, super, super easy. And yeah, just to poodle around, you've got, it's just lovely. It's just a really nice place to be, lovely feel on the road. As I mentioned at the start, it just has that BMW feel. And then when you start to press on, the whole thing weights up and just, yeah, it's got just a lovely feel to it. And I know what a lot of people are going to say, a BMW should never be front wheel drive, but I think they've nailed this platform now. It's obviously shared with many, many models, and I feel like they've absolutely smashed it. It feels great on the road. It feels confident, inspiring, and it's lovely. And this is the base. Remember, this is the base model into the range. It doesn't feel like a base model. It feels premium. It feels just, it has an air of quality about it, both in the way that it drives and the way that it feels in here. It's just a quality product in every sense of the word. And yeah, as a base model, I mean, this whole new 1 Series range, and actually at time of filming, we've just found out there is now another one, the 123 X-Drive. Of course, stay tuned, because as soon as we get one of those, we will be shooting a video on it. But yeah, the 120, the M135, both amazing cars to drive, and I think they've done a cracking job. It's just brilliant. And if you want any more information on the brand new BMW 1 Series, whether it's this 120 or the M135, please use the link in the description of this video to get in contact with your nearest Sytner BMW retailer. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.